back to the Talos Principle number 2. Let's get on with it. Did everything in this area, so yeah, let's go back to the megastructure. Let's go.
There's something I've been thinking about. I know the New Alexandria disaster was traumatic. I know accidents like that make us think that it's best to stick to what we have. But what about all the accidents that have happened in New Jerusalem that nobody talks about? The collapse of the Rakovsky building. The Calvin Street explosion. The derailment that almost killed Benaroya and Kaneda. All of those happened because we stopped investing enough resources in our civilization. And if Melville hadn't been put in charge of city maintenance, this would still be happening.
It will happen again, either way. With how little we have to work with, it's only a matter of time.
You see, there may be a price for pursuing progress, but there's also a price for not pursuing it.
Well, tough decisions require tough answers. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. Anyways, let's go in.
All right, here we go again.
Our main objective is to determine the relationship between the megastructure and Athena. Did she find it? Did she build it? Why was she here in the first place? Explore, dig up anything you can. We need to start finding answers.
I can't imagine one person building all this.
Don't forget about Miranda. There were at least 2 of them.
I can't imagine 100 people building this.
All right, everyone. Have a look around, but stay in touch and be careful.
1K, can you stay a moment? I'd like to talk to you. I know you can't wait to start exploring, but just hear me out, okay?
Sure.
I'm concerned. Byron is brilliant, but all he can think about is the possibility of finding Athena. She was his mentor, and her disappearance shattered him. I'm afraid he's not seeing the dangers of the megastructure. To me, this place seems chaotic, dysfunctional. Yes, it's all very impressive, but I think it's broken. And what we're seeing is, it's nonsense, frankly. You've interacted with it more than anyone. What do you think?
I think all of it is intentional. We're meant to be doing something here. You're right. It seems very broken. I don't have any data to judge. It's somewhat broken, but underneath that there seems to be some kind of pattern.
I don't see it. Or at least I'm not convinced that the pattern is meaningful. Maybe I'm wrong, but please, be careful.
Well, let's see what's in this area. It's gonna be great. Ooh, look at that. Are those things floating? They're floating.
I'm headed deeper into the megastructure. Not quite sure where I am. Seem to be right in the middle of the machinery.
Please, watch yourself, Byron.
This is incredible. I don't even know how to describe what I'm seeing. I don't think this is a building. I think this is a machine.
Why don't you just tell people that they're wrong? If you tell them the truth, they'll listen.
It's not that simple. Straton wrote that the most common error we commit is to think that ideas determine reality, when in fact the opposite is true. Ideas follow from material conditions. Belief systems are formed to explain and justify the way we live. We did not have kings because we believed in the mandate of heaven. We believed in the mandate of heaven because we lived in monarchies.
But we have free will.
Oh, free will isn't the same as freedom, Miranda. We're not free from the constraints of reality or history. I was shaped by the simulation. New Jerusalem is shaped by its limitations.
So, what? We're just trapped? History can only go one way?
Maybe, maybe not. The question is, how do we free ourselves? How do we build a world where our ideas do shape reality? That's why we came here.
I knew it! Athena's here. She built this.
That other voice, was that Cornelius?
It definitely sounded like him.
Come to think of it, he went on a research expedition around the time Athena vanished. He was gone for years. People thought he'd died.
And all this time, he knew where she was?
We should talk to him.
We will, when we get back. But right now, we have to focus on finding Athena. We are so close.
Oh, this is like one of those mechanics I saw in the trailer. What game?
Are those surfaces magnetic?
No,
That's cool.
It's anti-gravity. Your coot was right. I should have known.
It's freaking awesome. Nice.
1K, I'm over here. Hold on. I'll open that door for you.
Same pattern as before. 3 beams, 3 receivers.
I guess we know what to do.
Be careful. The sheer amount of power running through this place.
I'll take care of this puzzle. You do the other 2, okay? This is kind of fun. Maybe Alexandra Drennan was right. Play is part of what makes us human. Got it. Melville, is there anything in the system that could tell us where Athena is?
I don't know. Someone's logged into the system. But when I try to access that information, it all glitches out.
So someone else is finally doing the puzzles and not just leaving me to do all the puzzles. That's cool.
alarm anyone, but I think the ground is shaking.
According to the system, whole parts of the interior are moving around. Like it's rearranging itself.
I think that's what happened last time. When I took the elevator, the platform where I got out just moved away.
This is so super cool. I'm working upside down. That's so funny.
Something. I'm heading in.
I hope nothing happens to Byron, because it feels like something is going to happen to Byron. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. Turned around. What? Yeah, how do I get over there? Oh, you douchebag. I ran off the side, as usual. Wanna be an American idiot? Oh, but I'm not. Got it. First try. Let's see what happens.
This is fascinating. They were both here, Athena and Cornelius. They had a plan. I found a file that... I can't...
Byron's trapped in the overload. He's failing to disconnect.
The whole system's going haywire.
1K, get out of there! Everyone back to the VTOL!
I freaking knew that was gonna happen. Freaking Byron wouldn't listen!
We have to go.
Oh gosh.
Get moving.
We can't just leave Byron behind.
Yeah,
Well,
we have no idea where he is or what's happening to him. But right now, if we stay here, we could all die.
The system's going completely bananas.
Run!
Energy spikes everywhere.
We'll come back for Byron, I promise.
Gosh, where I go? It's freaking Tomb Raider, Uncharted, freaking everything in one. Ah! Run! Oh, this is so awesome.
What have you done, you fools?
That wasn't me.
Mortals are not meant to tread these halls. Why will you not heed my warnings?
Because you suck.
I am not trying to harm you, creatures of clay. All I wish is to protect you and the rest of your kind. What more must I do to make you understand?
Nothing. We want more.
If you cannot be reasoned with, I must bar your path.
Oh, you can try. We will prevail. Humans always prevail. And you suck, Mandora. You didn't do anything for us. So of course we're not gonna freaking listen to you.
These energy emissions are messing with the VTOL systems. Okay, I think I've got it working. Get here quickly, 1K.
Run! This is so epic, actually. Like, even though nothing is happening, but still. I love it. This definitely solidifies this game as better than the first game. Oh!
Come on, get in!
Jump, 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 jump. Go, go, go.
Get us
I'm just
out of
walking.
here, Yakut.
Okay, we're out. Now what?
Looks like the southern sites are active. The readings are strangely jumbled, though.
Should I set us down?
Yes, but just to drop off Melville.
What?
We're going back to New Jerusalem. This situation has gotten out of control. We need to regroup. Rushing in blindly isn't going to save Byron. But we also need someone to stay here and keep an eye on things. Melville, that's you.
All right, I'll see if I can make any sense of these systems while you're gone.
Just keep a safe distance, okay?
Will do.
Good. Well, 1K, I guess it's time for you and me to take a nap.
Do not lose hope, my child. In these difficult moments, find solace in your friends and in the home that you share.
Here we are. Got an update from Melville. The power spikes are continuing, but no news from Byron.
All right. Thank you, Yakut. You get the VTOL ready for the next trip. I'll talk to the mayor. 1K, please head over to the Museum of the Simulation and talk to Cornelius. Let's see what he has to say for himself.
Oh, I plan to. But I freaking knew that that's gonna happen to Byron. I freaking knew it. Oh, yeah, I've got the things. City news. Expedition to the Founders Island has suffered a serious setback as all contact with Byron, number 7, was lost during a foray into the interior of the megastructure. Byron is assumed to be alive, but trapped within a data stream overload and unable to disconnect. Several sources in government expressed a lack of surprise at this turn of events, citing that the first companion's history of rash behavior. Hopefully this gets companion's history of rash behavior. Hopefully this gets people thinking about the dangers of the populism. One source told me it's been alarming to see people suddenly failing for this utopian foolishness. I'm very happy to announce that the Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction exhibition is now open to visitors. Yes. Come play the free winning works of the Gehenna Memorial Pavilion. Finally, can't wait. Wonderful news. I'll be attending today. Nice. Will these be made available through the interface too? Yes, after the exhibition is over. The pessimist is commonly spoken of as the man in revolt. He is not. Firstly, because it requires some cheerfulness to continue in revolt, and secondly, because pessimism appeals to the weaker side of everybody, and the pessimist therefore drives are as roaring a trade as the publican. The person who is really in revolt is the optimist, who generally lives and dies in a desperate and suicidal effort to persuade all the other people how good they are. It has been proven 100 times over that if you really wish to enrage people and make them angry, even unto death, the right way to do it is to tell them that they are all the sons of God. Jesus Christ was crucified, it may be remembered, not because of anything said by God, but on a charge of saying that a man could in 3 days pull down and rebuild the temple. Every one of the great revolutionists, from Isaiah to Shelley, have been optimists. They have been indignant, not about the badness of existence, but about the slowness of men in realizing its goodness. The prophet who is stoned is not a brawler or a marplot. He is simply a rejected goodness. The prophet was he was a rejected lover. There it goes. He suffers from an unrequited attachment to things in general. G.X. Chesterton. Well, Rip Byron, TLDR. Rip Byron, we don't know that he's dead. He may just be lost. He could still be saved. I was going to say something sarcastic, but you know what? In the spirit of optimism, I really hope so. Oh no. Right. I'm back here finally. Let's see what new interactions there is.
The world is full of suffering.
Ooh.
Every living organism suffers. Animals kill other animals to eat. And it always ends with death, torn apart or wasting away. This is what surrounds us. This is what's happening outside those walls, every hour of every day. It's our ethical responsibility as sentient beings to lessen suffering. That's what it means to be human. To understand that it is your duty to transform this world into something better. That's what the founder meant when she said that we can turn the world into a work of art. Despite what happened to him, Byron was right. We have to keep going.
This is blasphemy. Byron was punished for failing the founder's trials, and you want us to dig deeper? Just because you can't accept that suffering is natural and necessary?
Please, everyone, stop using the public frequency. If you want to argue, use your interface or speak in person.
Yeah, douchebag. Freaking religious cult member. Douchebag. Weirdo. But anyways. Okay, Mayor, not have anything to say. Alright then. But yeah, the world looks a bit grey now. That's cool. That's storytelling. Because something bad has happened, now everything should look grey. Environmental storytelling, basically. Yeah, let's see what new interactions we have. if Byron just waited for me to do it, then we would still be busy solving puzzles. But no, he just had to go and find the freaking founder who's probably dead. Yeah. Right, let's see, interactions. Okay, there's the guitar guy, so let's listen. Beautiful as ever.
Good luck, 1K.
Attention all citizens. The Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction Exhibition is now open to visitors. However, please note that due to an unauthorized strike, public transport will be temporarily unavailable. May the founder be with you.
Well, dang.
Welcome to the Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction Exhibition. Oh, it's you, 1K. Please tell me, you were there when everything went sideways. Do you think Byron will be all right?
Well, he's a stubborn bear, but alright then, I don't know. His mind was stuck in the data stream overload. If you find him, he'll be fine.
Oh, Byron, always getting into trouble. He's been like that for 1,000 years, you know. But losing him would be terrible. But anyway, you've come to take a well-deserved break from your expedition. So let's talk about something else.
What's Gehenna?
Gehenna was a place in the simulation. A prison where Elohim exiled the minds that didn't fit his plans. In time, the prison became a community with a culture of its own.
Well, what happened to the people of Gehenna? I would very much like to know this.
In the very last moments of the simulation, Elohim realized what he'd done and sent his messenger Uriel to free the prisoners. They were uploaded to the gold disc, and their legacy is part of all of us.
Yeah, it's a bit sad that that happened because it means that, you know, that all of them had individual lives in this simulation. Like individual mindsets, individuals like artists and things like that, like Dog and Mr. Mulciber, you know, like all of them had like personalities, and now they're just not here. I mean, they're part of everyone, but still, it's like their self is not there. Like you can't stand there and say, "Hey, there's Mr. Mulciber," you know. But that's just how it is. Why text adventures?
Text adventures were one of the few art forms available to the people of Gehenna. By continuing to work in that medium, we keep their memory alive.
How do you see the role of the artist in society?
I don't think the role of the artist should be reduced to any single social function. The artist isn't an educator or a moralist. Art isn't about teaching us lessons or imparting values. Nor do I think it's simply self-expression. The best art reaches out beyond the self, into something ineffable. The creative impulse can't really be quantified or predicted. That's why artistic freedom is so profoundly essential. Without the freedom to shock, to offend, to transgress, art becomes stagnant.
Thank you. That is all. Right, let's start with this thing. Boom! Welcome. Argument. I wonder if this is going to be the same as in the first game. That would be so freaking cool. Start. Choose your character. Hey, it's Goldblum. Let's go Goldblum. Alright. Choose your argument. It's true, it's false, it's not true. Okay, it's not true. I assert the opposite. This is obviously incorrect. No, it isn't. I can't contradict you. I can't contradict you. The premise of your contradiction is itself contradictory. I question your ethics. Your questions beg your assertion. Let's find out what we agree on. Okay, it feels like a good idea for us to understand one another better. Game over. Thank you for paying. Okay, that's weird. What the hell was that? Alright, what's this one? Oh gosh. Jefferson Goldblum and the Spectre of Modernity by Rat. Another story in a much celebrated Jefferson Goldblum shared universe. Originating in Gehenna, it maintains the characteristic writing style of the series, but focuses on a new set of themes. Right. Okay, start. You, Jefferson Goldblum, deftly step out of your charging pod and walk into the main lobby of the Goldblum Institute. It is a humble abode filled with a small four-seater sofa, a table, a coffee bar, and an arboretum. Jenny HD, your fiance, and a leading member of the Gujarati Weirstress Jazz and Ensemble greet you from the sofa while Frankel soy sauce waves from the coffee bar and the velociraptor John Malcolm drives out of the arboretum on his motorcycle wearing his green armored t-shirt. John Malcolm. Chirp, chirps John Malcolm. You clutch your guitar, perplexed by this strange greeting. John, are you well? I am fine, my friend, John Malcolm says as he gets out of the motorcycle. I am merely practicing the songs of my ancestors. Your ancestors? The mighty hawk and the humble red robin, as you are descended from the apes, as us dinosaurians are descended from the folk of the air. Life, my friend, is a never-ending cycle, one species resisting from the ashes, rising from the ashes of the last. You are about to comment on the prodigious sides of John's wisdom when a klaxon resounds throughout the Goldblum Institute. Ask John Malcolm what's happening. Ask Frankie Soy Sauce what's happening. Shut the klaxon off. You walk over to the computer terminal and attempt to shut down the klaxon, but the machine refuses to accept your command without the correct password. John Malcolm revs up his motorcycle, a sure sign that he is deeply worried. Jefferson, you have to do something about the noise, he calls. Shoot klaxon. You try to aim your gun at the machine before inconveniently remember that you don't have a gun. Oh no, cries Jenny HD. Jefferson, don't you remember that you're a pacifist now? You must do something else against the dreadful noise. The klaxon bleats louder, as though to mock your pacifistic ways. Guess the password. Try to guess the password using the unbreakable cipher. passed down by your ancestors, but the central computer system tells you that the password must contain at least one uppercase letter, one lowercase letter, a symbol, a number, and a hieroglyph. Oh, drat! Frankie soy sauce shrieks. Jefferson, what will you do now? Play your guitar. You unsiling your guitar, you're unsling your guitar. Sorry, I'm like very far from the screen. Guitar from back and check the strings to make sure that they are in the proper order. Then you take a heroic stance with your chest puffed out, your legs splayed wide, and your guitar held heroically aloft. You play a chord, a perfect chord, followed by another equally perfect chord, and another, and another. As always, all the chords that you play are perfect. This is your greatest burden. Modified, the klaxon shuts itself off. Talk to your team. You turn from the now silent central computer console and look at your team, who are all gazing back at you with varying levels of wonderment in their eyes. Ask why the klaxon was blaring. John Malcolm discounts his motorcycle with an air of certainty and queries the central computer console with short taps of his reptilian claws upon the keyboard. It seems, John Malcolm says, that the sensors have detected a threat of galactic magnitude. Oh no, cries Jenny HD, while Frankie Soy Sauce drops his cup out of a cup of Joe in fear. Check John findings. Oh gosh, even a first cursory glance at the central computer console reveals that John Malcolm is right. The klaxon is indeed warning you of an unparalleled threat to both human world and the denizens of ninth dimension. Jefferson, what is it? It's... You say with neutron star-like gravity, the specter of modernity. Jenny HD, it's coming for us. The silence that follows your proclamation is only penetrated by Jenny HD's gasp and the porcelain sound of Frankie Soy Sauce freshly brewed Java hitting the floor. Take action. Friends, humans, dinosaurians, countrymen, possessed by a sudden urge to act, you jump up on the coffee maker. Much to Frankie Soy Sauce's dismay, we cannot let this threat to our very way of life go unanswered. No, we must stand against this spectre and not yield until we are victorious. Will you stand with us? Wait for the message to respond. Yes, my darling. Anything for human world, cries Jenny HD. Okay, so let's say Jenny HD, so yes, my darling. Anything for human world. Okay. Friend, you know that I will stand by you until the bitter end, adds John Malcolm solemnly. For coffee, shouts Frankie Soy Sauce. And for love. But, asked Jenny HD after the shouting and swearing of fealty is done. How will we prevail? The spectre of modernity is too powerful for you to fight it on your own. No, I don't know. I can't freaking do voices. Of course she is right, as she usually is. Take Jenny HD with you. Oh, Jefferson, Jenny HD exclaims, I will be the best companion you could wish for. But tell me, Jefferson, the spectre of modernity travels along the continued sequence of existence and events that occur in an apparently irreversible succession from the past, the present into the future, and its definition already everywhere. Where can we possibly go to find a way to defeat it? Go and confront the Spectre of Modernity. Holy fudge, how long is this going to go on? When you approach the lair of the Spectre of Modernity, you decide to leave your companion behind, knowing that you cannot risk another life in this final confrontation. Sometimes heroes have to stand alone. Enter the mechanical lair. Inside the mechanical lair, the Spectre of Modernity waits for you, sitting translucently on a titanium throne. The Spectre of Modernity, you murmur through gritting teeth. We meet at last. You are mistaken, Professor Dr. Goldblum, the Spectre of Modernity says. We have met many times before. I am your father. I am your father. I am your mother. Lies! Attack the Spectre. The Spectre of Modernity laughs. Foolish human, you cannot defeat me. I shall conquer you and drag human world and the ninth dimension into the future, kicking and screaming. All that is holy will be profaned, and there will be progress if it's the last thing I do. I think you say coolly that the last thing you should do is die. Flail about uselessly. Okay then. You cannot stand against me, foolish human. The Spectre says with another laugh. All the powers you have ever had were the gifts to you, even your precious guitar. And with that, it squishes you like an ant. The human worlds and ninth dimension are doomed to an eternal forward march until finally all that is solid melts into air. Okay, that's stupid. Anyways, finally, freaking hell, that took so long. Okay, what's this? Ghost of Atlantis. Ooh, is this that one? Oh, I hope it is. Let's see what it is. And I'll do that on my own time. That takes so long. Maybe I think I'm just gonna skip it. If you heard me talk about skipping it, then I probably skipped it. If you didn't see any of me interacting with these things, then yeah, I skipped it. Anyways, where's that cult? There's nothing there. Ooh, look at this. What does this say? Public transportation must be safe. We deserve a functional city, right? Hey, it's Damien. Okay, there's the other Damien.
Welcome back, 1K. Thanks again for signing that petition. Unfortunately, as you can see, it wasn't enough.
Did you hear Alal's speech?
I heard it 15 times when he was practicing it. I think Catal, like many of us, feels that the time for change is long overdue. The technology you uncovered on the island is the final catalyst for that change, or it should be.
Totally mispronounced that. It was a tall. Okay. What's going on?
Yesterday there was a sudden brownout in the grid and we almost had a derailment. We've been warning the mayor for months and all he ever gives us is waffle about the goal. This can't go on. What else can we do at this point? You know that we tried to get a referendum organized, but the mayor wouldn't even consider it, no matter how many signatures we collected.
1K. What can I do for you? You remembered the code phrase. Oh, it is fun, isn't it? All this adventure and discovery and subterfuge. Here, let me top up your credit balance for you. It's the least I can do. Ka-ching! 1,000 credits. You're rich. Spiritually, anyway. Don't go spending it all at once. Now, what can I get you? Woo! Inner peace doesn't come cheap. Come back when you've got 1,000 credits. Gosh, I completely forgot. Well, did being rich bring you inner peace? Oh, that usually does a trick. What about before? Did you feel inner peace before I made you rich? The fact that you're trying to buy inner peace tells me you're still looking for solutions outside of yourself. What helps me is letting go of the idea that what makes me happy is facts about the world. Sure, it helps when things go well, but if you depend on those things, you will have nothing left when they're gone. If you can learn to trust yourself, you can learn to trust the world. I know. I wish the how was a fact we could learn from a book. But it's a practice. I can use words to tell you how to ride a bike, but the only way you learn is by doing it. You're quite welcome. Glad to help. So, something else perhaps? Please come back if you need anything else.
Are you enjoying our gardens? All the great secrets are right there, you know. You can watch the tiniest of seedlings grow, flourish, and die. But it's the pattern of all things that you're really seeing. Ah, so you've green fingers and apophenia too. Those traits are much too rare in the birthing algorithm, in my opinion. Sometimes I imagine myself as an old oak tree. I watch the life which grows around me. I see the ivy, the moss, the fungi, leaching my nutrients as they go. And I don't blame them. I'm delighted by how life seems so different from me can somehow be the same as me. This old oak tree drinks water from the ground. They drink their water from me. They shrivel and die in a single season. But I shrivel and die over centuries. What kind of plant would you be, I wonder? Well, you're certainly a tree of some sort. A bay, perhaps. You adapt to your surroundings. You might grow your trunk to be 10 meters high, providing shade for the shrubs at your roots. But you might just as well be those very shrubs, throwing up dozens of supple branches, each no longer than your arm. Of course, it's the patterns, you see. Our ancestors grew plants for their colors, their tastes, and their general utility. It is said they could identify a fruit based on the flavor of the air alone. Our senses may not be so honed, but we're no less evolved from the same natural world. Thank you for stopping by, 1K. I'm sure we'll meet again.
Founder bless you, 1K. Now is the time of our great testing. The deceiver Byron has been slain, and we must turn away from the path of sin, or suffer the same fate. Because the values he teaches are evil. He wants to violate the earth with human filth, blacken the skies, and kill the oceans. The tools of the sinner cannot be used to raise the sinner's palace. Never forget that, 1K.
Screw you, Tickler. Beer. Milton. I can interact with these things. Oh, I didn't even know that. Oh, okay.
Good to see you, 1K.
Hello again, 1K. These are strange days we're living through, aren't they? It seems to me that we're slowly remembering the lessons Alexandra Drennan tried to teach us. Trying to actually live up to the legacy of our ancestors. I'm sorry you see it that way. It's easy to turn away from Drennan's view of humanity. Hope requires hard work to maintain. She worked to the very last moment of her life to ensure that we had free will. I don't think she would tell us anything. I think it would make her very, very sad. The same thing she'd do with any technology. Discover how it works and apply that knowledge for the common good. Have a nice day.
Founder bless you, friend. I wouldn't worry too much about any of it. The Founder is an idea, a story we collectively tell ourselves. There is no truth for you to discover, and all these amazing technologies are really just more stories for us to believe or disbelieve.
1K, you're back. Let's not talk about me. Let's talk about that replication technology you found. You have to get hold of it, 1K. You have to. If you don't, I think I'm gonna die of loneliness. And I think this whole city's gonna slowly suffocate. I mean, do you really think the founder would have designed such a large city if she intended for us to stop at 1,000 inhabitants? That's not even enough to fill a village. Thanks. I don't know how much longer I can go on feeling like this.
I knew there was something I missed. Freaking hell, I've probably missed so many conversations with this person.
You're 1K, aren't you? I would like to ask you something, if that's okay. Lately, I've been feeling kind of insecure, seeing the pictures of the megastructure that your team sent. I've started wondering whether the dome is kind of pointless. The dome was meant to contain us, contain our impact. That's what the founder intended, right? But did she? If she did, why would she build the megastructure? Mayor Hermanubis said the same thing. I didn't entirely believe it, but if you say so too, and you've seen the place, maybe that's what it is. Thanks for the chat. I hope you find Byron.
I mean, technically we didn't have to find Byron, we know where he is, but yeah. Okay then, let's see what happens here. Okay, I'm gonna ignore you for now. Purple.
Dude, you're back from the island! So glad you're okay, dude. Especially after what happened to Byron.
How's the situation in New Jerusalem?
Lately, a lot of folks have been saying maybe that Byron dude is right after all. Like, maybe to really be excellent to each other, we have to build something new and bodacious. Don't know what will happen now that he's had that bogus accident.
Have you ever met Cornelius?
Yeah, they come here all the time. He's a wise dude. I've asked him a lot of dumb questions, and he's always taken the time to answer them.
Alright then, have a nice day, dude. Alright, anyone else? No, alright then. Any new puzzles? No, I fixed them all. No, alright then. E3. Alright, time for some nostalgia. Close your eyes and listen to the music.